Tashidele, namaste, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Kendra Palden Show. My name is Kendra Palden, and it's my pleasure to have you guys all back on the Kendra Palden Show one more time. What we do very quickly on this show is we invite distinguished Himalayan personalities and talk about the Himalayas. Our goal is to learn about the Himalayas, but also, sorry about that. Our goal here is to learn about the Himalayas, but also have fun in the process. It is my pleasure to invite you guys all and have a conversation with Honorary Consul of Nepal here in the West Coast, AC Sherpa. AC Sherpa, thank you so much for being with us this evening. You're mute.
Oh, thank you, Kendra. Thank you for having me here on the show.
Absolutely. The pleasure is all ours. Thank you so much. AC, well, again, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. This actually really means a lot to me and to all the viewers. What we really want to talk about today is the state of the Nepali people in the diaspora in North America, and especially in the Seattle region. But before that, I know that you're also a acclaimed mountaineer. You have submitted the 7 summits around the world. You have also submitted Mount Everest many times. And you are also one of the founding members of the 7 Summit Foundation. So I was wondering if we could start out with just a little bit of introduction about yourself and what does it mean to be a mountaineer?
Good evening. My name is AC Sherpa. I'm originally from Nepal, Eastern Himalaya. Sherpa, Solukhumbu, Tapting, born. Moved in here in 1987. Came here in child. I was in 8th grade in the student in Mercer Island High School. And after that, I kind of went to some business field back in 1998 in 2000. Because of many people wonder that Sherpas are a climber, and continue this question coming up to me and saying, "You're a Sherpa. Have you climbed Everest?" And I had to say no, keep saying no. But I wasn't for climbing for a particular reason. But I was since I came from Eastern Himalaya. There's a very poor, poverty country, village in 34 villages in Eastern Himalaya, which is I grew up in Tapting, one of them. And because of the situation there in women and children, healthcare, the income, so in the education sector, all this area, due to that, I kind of set a goal to climb mountain, pursue a mountaineer, which is 7 summit for women and children. And 7 summit in women and children today, 7 summit is serving in the Himalayan region for hydro project, educations, many other, like even like we are in the earthquake victims for helping out the building homes, serving many occasions. Due to all my social work and my background here, living in many years in the United States, government has given to me this role to also become an honorary consulate, and also many mountaineers. We live in Northwest, Mount Rainier, Mount Bakers, like a sister mountain, Mount Olympic, all these Olympic mountains around here in Northwest. There's many great climbers that come from here. So many trekking companies that also go to Nepal for as a tourist destination. Because of that, I thought bringing in and making helpful, giving a visa in right at home rather than flying to Washington, D.C. or New York. That's one of the reasons that also government has appointed me as honorary consulate role, and I've been serving in, this is my 5th year here in Seattle, Washington.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that information. AC, so you said you have been at the consulate for 5 years now.
Yes.
If you don't mind, just talking just a little bit about some of the roles that the consulate office plays, and also, some of the things that you do diplomatically, through the office.
The consulate, the consulate is promoting Nepal for business, tourism, and also the making it easier for tourists to travel to Nepal and giving information about Nepal, and also issuing a visa for them for them to easy to, they didn't have to wait in the line in the airport. And the diplomatic policy, I am also a member of the 44 honorary consulate around the world. We have an Honorary Consul Association in Washington. We meet every first month of Wednesday, and we talk about business, we talk about tourism, we talk about each country's going through their hardship, and also how we can support each other.
Mm-hmm. Great, AC. Thank you so much for that information. Now, you just mentioned that one of the things that you help people at the office is with not only traveling to Nepal, but also best practices, what to do when to go to, when you want to go to Nepal. So, very briefly, what are some of the things that people need to keep in mind, before applying for the visa, and also what's the process, if you don't mind quickly telling us?
We are talking about current situation or an ongoing situation?
Both, actually, in general. We will come to the specific situation in just a little bit, but right now in general.
In general, right now, one of the things that since we are in the also show, great to know is that we have now the electronic visa processing. If you go to our Nepal consulate .com or .org, both websites are live. If you go there, you will see now you cannot fill up a paper application anymore. You cannot print it. You don't have to print it. What do you do? You print it out. You fill it out, and you print it out twice, and you won't bring it to my office, which is you don't have to take a picture. You just automatically upload your picture that you like. And after that, you just bring it up. You issue the visa we have a visa for 15 days, 30 days, and 90 days visas. And also there's some business visa, which is we don't allow, we don't process here. Business visa is processed by foreign minister in Kathmandu once you get a visitor visa. At the office, we also provide how safe for you to travel, where you are going, which location you're going to be going, and how to properly book your trip to Nepal, and pretty much what do you have to be concerned, what do you have to be enjoy, and things like that.
Great, thank you so much. AC, I'm also gonna, just hit the record button, so you might see a quick notification there. Great. So moving on, AC, I visited Nepal in the beginning of the year, and last year you actually helped me with my visa process, and like you basically educated me regarding everything that I needed to know before going to Nepal. So again, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for all your help, and I really hope that more and more people will be visiting Nepal in the coming days. But my next question is, Cesar, so this year actually the 2020 has been a crazy year. And especially for Nepal, 2020 was supposed to be Visit Nepal. It was supposed to be a promotion of the tourism, year in Nepal. So I was wondering, if you could just talk just a little bit about how the pandemic has affected not just Nepal as a country, but especially the tourism industry in Nepal.
Yeah, this is coming from nowhere, and we all, today we all have to, as around the world, it's not only Nepal, we go through this very difficult moment, and until I don't know how long, but however, the Nepal is one of the biggest income for the country is tourism, is the second. First is like a remittance, but however, tourism industry is kind of a very, been very heard because we are Nepal is pretty much all a mountaineering country, hiking, outdoor activities, and people love to go. 194 countries around the world is a participate every year. There's a two season like uh, uh, February, March, April, and then like until the May, and then climber season comes out, and then also August, September, October, November. But this year, the decision has been everything. I can only see one or two companies running a couple tours. But however, also we have stop the visas because we have to respect the around the world. Our sister country, neighbor country has to how they perform. Based on that, I think. It's a pretty much the tourist industry is one of them, but the thing is, people, Himalaya, people who lives in all these people are Sherpa people, which is they been hurting a lot because of their whole yearly, I mean, whole year income is coming from tourism and guiding and mountaineering, climbing, all these things. That's been hurting a lot because I think it's if you look at the whole family living in Kathmandu city in the renting a home and providing food, education for kids, paying the rent, all these bills. Income is made by one household, husband or son or whomever doing the mountaineers. Nowadays, yes, I mean there are many kids are graduating, like they're doing doctor, pilot, different sector. But however, in this case right now, a lot of the mountaineers are hurting because they have no income coming in. And I don't know the situation. We do have, we are even living in America today. You can see like we have unemployment. We have a established package. We have all these things. Still, people you can see in the today we're listening to news about the Seattle Capitol Hill, news. We are hearing about how many area you go to hiking or like doing a walking. You see so many tents out the bush, like a bushes area. And I mean, Nepal is a very it's a poor country, but I think it's hurt much more than the rest of the country. And I think now the question is, we live in this country. We have so many opportunity. We are lucky to be here, but people around here, non-resident Nepali, all these people who loves Nepal. How can we help, and how can we help help their life to be back in the track? That is the question.
Great. Thank you so much, AC. Speaking of which, actually, so, as you just mentioned, there is also especially in the Pacific Northwest region, we have a growing community of Nepalese, and it's been growing in the past 10 years. So I was just wondering, if as a community, as a community, you guys are directly in contact with communities in Nepal. Are you involved in some sort of humanitarian work with the community here?
Yes, we, like a lot of thing that we go through non-resident Nepali, which is called NRNA. Globally, we have about 80 country has an NRNA, which is like a non-resident Nepali association, which is established. That's the only one organization that also appointed by Nepal government, working very close together around the world. And we've been supporting financially and also many ways. The president of the NRNA, friendly this year, Mr. Kumar Panta, he's from German. I was just talking to him last night regarding about the same issue. And on pretty much right now, we are kind of helping about clothing, food, helping about even how to get, there's almost about 3 million Nepali kids, student, and also labor working around the country, and some of them want to go back to Nepal. and some of them didn't have a way to, they didn't have last 6 months, they didn't have a job. And how we can get them back to Nepal by working with the government, by paying their airline ticket, a charter flight when they get back to Nepal in next maybe within next year, how we can structure them and how we can get them back in the job. Right now, we're putting together the Nepal government and NRN together. If you go to Nepal, if you go to nrna.org, and you will see all the information there. And we are right now, we are also just completing like almost about 578 home back in West Nepal, Larpak. So we have also a project that going over $10 million project going to Nepal to also investment, how to, from through the NRN, how we can, be sustainable and help these people that work in Middle East.
Wow, that's really commendable work. Really, I appreciate the hard work. Now, I see. Speaking on the same line, could you also talk just a little bit about the Nepali community here in the Pacific Northwest? Like, how big is the Nepali community, and how long have been the community, been in the Pacific Northwest region?
It's when I came in Nepal, when I came in the United States in 1987, there was only 4 Nepali. I know, and I can name it. But the thing is, ever since that now, until from then to now, it's probably about between, I would say a number, I don't know exactly the data, by a number is maybe about between 7,000 to 9,000. And also we have a Bhutanese also from Nepali, Bhutanese also here, also right. Spokane area, in Seattle area, almost about close to 18,000. So that is a big number. And I know that because when they are going to Nepal, visit their family, they come to get a visa, and I get to interact with them, and I get the information from them. I think it's I would say about between Nepali community here is getting very big, probably about I would say about around 25,000 plus.
Oh, that's great. That's amazing. And I know that there is this refugee community from Bhutan, and we have quite a lot of a big community here in the Pacific Northwest region, but they don't actually get, they don't get talked about very often, right? Like not a lot of people even don't, we don't really know about like what the situation is or what the background is about these individuals. So, it's great that you guys are working with them and, amplifying their voices also. Speaking of, continuing with this now in the Pacific Northwest region, AC, it's not just the Nepali community, but the Himalayan community across the board is, rapidly growing. So we have a huge Nepali community here. We have a growing Bhutani community here. We have a Tibetan community here. We have people from Balochistan and Gilgit Balochistan area who, consider themselves as Himalayan also, right? So I'm wondering if the consulate, through the consulate or through the community, are you involved with Himalayan communities in general? Do you work, like to bringing the Himalayan communities together? Do you have any plans like that?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to, because, like many people, first of all, I would think to say that the honorary consulate position here is a volunteer base, which is not a government paid office, not government, established office, but this is a more like a volunteer basis, which is my time. I tend to go around much as possible. I do work from Peru, down to South America, to all over the country. I do work with them, and they have a cultural program from all over, the kids from Nepal, Peru, Africa, like a different culture program. They invite me, and I go there and I interact. support them. I funded them. I would help them. But the thing is, we like you mentioned all this community that you're talking about in the Himalayan region. Sometimes maybe they don't know, they didn't approach our office. So I cannot, go to somebody's house and knock the door, open the door and get in there, have a, sit in the dinner table. That's it's a little bit, not it's not a core position for not good position for me. So, but I mean, I love to involve with them. I wanted to reach out as much as possible, and I'm sure that one day, and maybe this year, next year, things get better. I'm sure they probably after your show, maybe they will know that we have a consular office here, and they can contact me, and I will definitely be there.
Absolutely, AC. And to all our viewers, I will definitely say, from my own experience, um, you know not just the office, but the staff at the consulate are absolutely very, very helpful. And yeah, again, I mean, if there is any connection that you would like to establish with the Nepali community, I would definitely recommend that you get in touch with the AC sir. Okay, well, AC, looks like this is all the questions that I have. But before I let you go, do you have any message to our viewers? With everything that's going on in the world right now.
Sure. Well, I mean, this is a very hard time for every single of us, and not only us, but around the world. I would listen to the, very carefully, listen to, be safe with your family, keeping marks up, and, stay away from your social distance, and trying to be, listen to the message of, listen to NPR news, listen to the governor message, trying to be safe aside. The other side is right now people are wondering how I can get to Nepal with a visa. But the thing is, the informations are posted in Nepal embassy website. There's a 6 message, which is like if you have any family emergency, if you're a foreign passport holder and you want to go back to home, what is the emergency? If you can contact Nepal embassy and their contact information, maybe doctor note or maybe some kind of emergency message, you contact, write an email, attach that message, and they say, you just tell them that where you live in Washington State or wherever you have a consular office, maybe you can get a visa here and you can visit your home, back home, Nepal. The other one, Nepali and also non-resident card holder, they can travel to Nepal uh, with a, without visa. They can get a visa at the airport and they can visit Nepal. The other than that, our office is always 7 days open. I leave my cell phone number, and if there's any concern, any question, or any family emergency, please do contact us so we can work with you. Other than that, I hope you all have a like a heartful and good and everything for 2020, and looking forward to 2021. And everybody has a great holiday and happy New Year to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, AC sir. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope our viewers also get to learn just a little bit about, what's happening in Nepal, what's happening with the Nepali community here, and what to do if they want to go to Nepal. So thank you again so much, AC sir. To our viewers, I will say thank you again for joining us tonight. We are having some glitches with the online streaming today, but just wanted to really quickly tell you about our next guest. On Saturday, we have Tundup Siringla. Tundup Siringla is an educator from Massachusetts, and I've personally known him since 2005. He's also running for the North America Tibetan Chitu candidacy in 2021. So we will talk about his vision and plans for a future Tibetan movement. But until then, thank you so much again for joining us. Thank you, Asila. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you guys again soon.